Breaking news now, 2 men in the hospital after a shooting earlier this morning. It was just after 4 o'clock at the Foxcroft apartment complex off Paragon Mills Road in South Nashville. Officers tell us several rounds were fired. At least 2 guns were used. That's why it's important to look at all of those shell casings you see marked by yellow on the pavement there. The 2 victims drove themselves to Southern Hills Medical Center, not far away. So far, no suspects have been named. As we get more information, we'll have that for you on air and online. More breaking news. State troopers investigating a fatal crash overnight in Wilson County that claimed 1 life. News Channel 5's Matthew Torres is at Vanderbilt Medical Center this morning. And the 2 survivors in this crash, we understand, just children. Right, Matthew?
Steve, that's right. Talk about a tragic start to the morning. The 2 little girls who are here at the Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital, they are 5 and 7-year-old. They were passengers of this car that flipped over and caused a fiery accident. And as a result, just take a look at video as far as the damage left behind. Our cameras were the only ones there as crews removed it from the scene. This happened out on I-40 East near mile marker 235 in Wilson County. The driver, who we're told is 27-year-old Leona Strong of Lebanon, died there at the scene. Now, according to THP, who's obviously leading this investigation, the driver, who we know now again is Leona Strong, drifted into the median, overcorrected, and flipped the car before then it exploded into flames. Witnesses say that she was speeding before this happened. But again, the 5 and 7-year-old passengers are at the hospital this morning being treated for non-life-threatening injuries. And we have also been told that troopers believe that alcohol and drugs were not a factor. Reporting live at Vanderbilt University Medical Center, Matthew Torres, News Channel 5.
Very sad story, Matthew. Thank you. Another fiery crash happening just down the road, I-40 west near Old Hickory Boulevard. We're told the cab of a tractor trailer caught fire around 1:30 this morning. The damage so severe that crews were unable to tow the semi until about 4 o'clock, about 2.5 to 3 hours later. The fire then rekindled while they were trying to tow it back near the I-40 and Briley interchange. Crews cleared the scene for one more time about an hour and a half ago. They've had a mess with that all morning. All right, happening today, the man accused of killing a little 7-year-old girl in Kentucky will be in court again today. News Channel 5's Cuthbert Langley joining us here in the studio with more on this. Going to be a very emotional day in court.
Steve, it will be. And this is a pre-trial hearing for Timothy Madden, the man accused in this case. He's pleaded not guilty. But this morning, we could learn more about the evidence the prosecution has against him and the route they could take whenever this case heads to trial. Madden, whom you see here, is expected in the Scottsville courtroom around 2 o'clock this afternoon. 10 days ago, he was booked on multiple charges, including raping and murdering Gabby Doolin. She was 7 years old when she was found dead near a creek back in November. Gabby was watching her brothers play football when she disappeared. This has been a case that has captured the attention and the hearts of so many in her hometown of Scottsville, Kentucky. Madden was arrested just 1 day after the emotional funeral. You see folks there lining the streets. He and Gabby's father played high school football together and went to the high school, but Madden so far throughout this has maintained his innocence. For another twist in this case, Madden's son Bradley will also be in a courtroom this time this morning. He was arrested last week and charged with multiple counts of intimidation and terroristic threatening, all in relation to this case. We'll be live streaming those hearings as they go on, and News Channel 5's Chris Conti is heading up there and will bring you updates beginning on News Channel 5 at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Steve?
All right, Cuthbert, thanks for the update. Back now in downtown Nashville, viral video of a brutal brawl right on Lower Broadway is now a police investigation.
No. Come on, fellas.
Hurry. Now, the fight took place around 3rd and Broadway downtown. You can see several people getting involved. Eventually, 2 men are seen lying on the ground right there. They appear to be unconscious. When watch this, guy comes up and just kicks the guy, and then they run away. And even more violent video there that we can't even show you. Unbelievable. It's believed that brawl happened in early October, but it was just posted on Facebook this past weekend on Media Takeout. That's an entertainment celebrity news website. If you have any information, contact police. You know, locks are supposed to keep people out, but with a little patience, one thief was able to kind of get around that. Here's what we're talking about. This is surveillance video from a Dollar General store in Murfreesboro. Police say this guy had entered the store the day before Thanksgiving, and then what did he do? He hid for a couple of hours until the employees closed up and left for the night. Then, there he goes. He makes his way back over to the safe, crawls down there. Since it appears he knows what he's doing, and he even knows the code to the safe, investigators think this guy's a former employee or he knows someone who is a current or former employee. If you know anything about that crime, call Crime Stoppers. 615-893-STOP. Tennessee State University continues to beef up its security on campus, and now they're getting a little help from their friends, another university just down the road. TSU President Dr. Glenda Glover contacted the Vanderbilt University Police Chief, August Washington, and asked him, would you serve as a safety consultant for TSU? Well, as part of the role, Chief Washington will conduct a peer review of TSU's policies and practices when it comes to policing. But he says the work really has to involve the community also.
I think the big concern is that we would want to make sure that we get a community involvement and get the university involved into working together to try and make not only the police department but the campus a much safer place.
All right, TSU getting a lot of credit also for reaching out and trying to make the campus safer. They did create a 10-point safety plan after that deadly shooting on campus back in October.